Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Version 2.1 is here, and we want to go through some new features. Let's start with the most anticipated one, unlimited wheels. You heard it right, it's finally here. And since this is not a lengthy video, let's go through it in detail. I'll open the demo car blueprint, click Open Full Blueprint, and see what we got here. I'll look for the Extra Wheels component. Select it, click on Add, search for Wheel, and add a single wheel. You must add all the extra wheels under this component. Otherwise, they won't be recognized as wheels. Let's see what parameters it has. First is the wheel type. It can be either front or rear. The wheels will inherit some characteristics from their assigned category, like burnouts, brake locks, steering, etc. We have the wheel and caliper meshes. Let's quickly select a wheel and caliper for the right side from this folder. We have the individual scale. Although each of the extra wheels will inherit scale from the whole rig and their assigned category, this is a size multiplier for this individual wheel. Let's set it to 1.2. I'll duplicate this wheel, set its scale to 0.5, and move it. I'll compile and save it. Oh, and let's make this one front, because why not? So, you can see my two wheels are added to the rig and stick to the ground. If I disable the trace ground, they will go to their original locations. And if I re-enable it, they will stick to the ground again. If you need any wheel to remain at its original location, even when trace ground is on, you should enable the pin toggle. Let's create our third wheel by duplicating one of these and enabling its pin parameter. So, you can see it sticks to its position, even though the trace ground is on. It's useful for some cases like these extra wheels on a tank. If I move the car, you can see each wheel is rotating independently based on its radius to prevent sliding. Let's check the effect of wheel types quickly. If I add some steering, only these two wheels that were set to be front will steer. If I add some rear steering, this rear one steers. Let's also check the brake locks and burnouts. So you can see how they inherit all the stuff from their group. I'll show you something cool now. Let's delete all these wheels and only keep one. This wheel mesh is for the right side, right? Moving it to the left side will automatically rotate it 180 degrees around the Z-axis to adapt. But the caliper's not rotated, it's mirrored instead. If I have something written or some logo on the caliper, it'll be mirrored too. But if you have the wheel and the caliper for the left side, you can use them with these extra wheels. With these extra wheels, you are no longer limited to using the right side wheels and calipers like you are with the main wheels. Let's set the left wheel and caliper and rotate it 180 degrees around the Z-axis. Now it is correct. One thing to note is that these extra wheels do not contribute to the suspension and the overall alignment of the car. They are just for the visuals. Okay, we are done with the wheels. Let's check the next one, the steering exaggeration. So, if you have a car animated on a path and the auto steering is on, sometimes the steering is there, but it might not be so obvious, and you need to exaggerate it for any reason, right? In that case, you can increase the steering exaggeration. I'll make it 2, and now it is steering 2 times. But keep in mind that the steering is still capped at 60 degrees to prevent the car from looking weird. Now for the next one, we have more visibility options. Previously, we only had one visibility toggle, which controlled the visibility of the whole car. But now we have 3. One for the whole car, one for the body, and one for the main wheels. This was added so you can hide the main wheels and use your extra wheels if you want. The next improvement is with the speed indicator. Now it is updated less frequently to be more readable. I'll play the sequence and check how easy it is now to read the speed. And of course, it's always smoother when simulating. The next change is with the path blueprint. First, check new shapes and colors that better show the path. In the previous update, I changed the spline tracing to local. for better compatibility with the local tracing of the car. But it's not always necessary, and in fact, it can sometimes lead to unexpected path shapes. So now we have two options for that, vertically or locally. Check how different the results can be. I recommend using the vertical trace option unless you need to snap to a loop or something, like I showed in the previous video. The last addition is the different units for the path length. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoy this update. Take care and see you soon.